I'm Reverend Matthew Harris with Sunday School. This is where faith takes root and grows. From kids to adults, we provide solid teaching that helps believers apply God's Word every day. Come, learn, and grow with us. Meet us at our ministry fair. To sign up, meet us every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Tamara.
I'm Kiara.
And I'm Josette.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Gigi.
And we're with
First Friends. First impressions matter. We welcome guests and new members, making sure they feel connected and cared for. If you love meeting new people, this is for you. Meet us at the ministry fair to sign up.
Hi, my name is Earlene Ochoa with the College Care Ministry. Life after high school can be very overwhelming, but you don't have to walk it alone. We are here to support and encourage you and to help students grow spiritually while navigating campus life. Meet us at our ministry fair to sign up.
Hi, I'm Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Peaches. We are with the prayer ministry. We all know that prayer changes things. We are the heartbeat of the church, interceding for our families, our churches, and our community. If you are called to pray and believe God for miracles, join us. We would love to have you. Meet us at our ministry fair to sign up on October 19th, immediately after service. We hope to see you.
Hi, I'm Malika Flowers with the Decor Ministry. We believe beauty sets the stage for worship. Our team uses creativity, color, and design to create an atmosphere that inspires praise and reflects the excellence of God. From seasonal themes to special events, we transform spaces into experiences that help people feel the presence of God the moment they walk in. If you love decorating, designing, or simply bringing vision to life, we'd love to have you. Meet us at our ministry fair to sign up.
Hi, we're Pastor Aid Ministry. The pastor is serving the people and we are serving the pastor. We provide encouragement, support, and care so that our pastor can lead with vision. If you have a heart to serve in this way, meet us at our ministry fair on Sunday, October 19th after church.
Hi, I'm Omega.
And I'm Pat. We're the Stephens, and we represent the Couples Ministry. Our Couples Ministry helps husbands and wives grow closer to God and to each other through fellowship, fun, and faith-building experiences. Whether you're newlywed or seasoned in marriage, as we are, 40 years plus, meet us on October 19th at the church, the Faith Place. And we're looking forward to each and every one of our couples signing up to join us.
Well, good evening, everybody. We pray that you are blessed today. It is another day, another evening that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and we are glad in it. We started off with our ministry fair, and so we want you to get involved. As you can tell, we are excited about our ministry fair coming up on the 19th, this Sunday. So good to see Brother Danny Pritchard. Good to see you, man of God. Oh man, that's a familiar face in a different place. And so I pray all is well with you, my brother. Let us know that you're in. Let us know that you are watching us tonight. Of course, Sister Veronica Jones, so good to have you. Sister Emoji herself, she's always excited about diving into the Word of God. Deacon Omega, seeing so many of you are watching. We certainly thank God for you. I got to ask you all, man, are you all right as we kick it to our co-host, man? Y'all all right from Sunday? Are we still good from Sunday, man? I'm not sure if I think some people are still in the recovery room.
Yeah, I think it was some recovery needed after Sunday, man. It was electric, like they say, man, from start to finish, man. It's what an incredible day. It was different, man. It was just different. What they say, every round goes higher. Every week, has been going higher, and man, this past Sunday was just, I mean, from praise and worship through the word, just an incredible day to be at Zion for sure.
Yeah, the faith place is we're kind of getting our legs, as you could say, our sea legs in it. It takes a lot to move into a new place. You got to get familiar with the atmosphere, and people are coming, and so there's a lot of behind the scene nuances, I guess you could say. But it just seemed like everything was on one accord on Sunday. I mean, the media, the music, the energy, the prayer team, the kids world, just seemed like we all just it kind of clicked. It's starting to click. And so I'm kind of excited about that, man. You ever had a vision or a dream, and you kind of get to see it unfold before your eyes? That's kind of like where I am in this space. And so we're just excited. Y'all let us know in the comments how y'all felt about it. I know for me, I got a chance. I was walking around the campus to do something, and I hadn't really done that. I kind of got a new space, so we're just kind of being like, Pastor, you ain't gonna be doing all this moving around that you're used to. So I've been kind of confined with that, but I had to take care of something, and I was walking on the outside, and I was telling the armor bearer, I'm still getting used to that too. Like, man, it's electric in there, man. It sounds like they are really, really having church. And so to walk in there in the middle of that, man, was just absolutely life-changing, man. And so we are indeed just, excited about what God is doing in the life of our church. It's been a blessing. Sister Jones, good to see you. We missed you on Sunday. But she's listening from the hospital room there with her husband. And so look at there. And we got Sister Shantae Legree from a hospital room. Don't you thank God for technology, man of God, that it can reach people who desire to be reached? We have two members that are in the hospital facing major medical situations. And we are able to still bless them. We're able to still reach them. And so we just thank God for that. And so if you're a part of Zion, you got to know that when you sow into this ministry, we're able to reach people any and everywhere. We've been excited about this Beyond Sunday approach. And I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, that how our praise carries over from Sunday, but then it also leads into Sunday.
Right.
We talked about that.
Right.
And I think Sunday was also a representation of that, right?
Yeah.
Because people have Sunday on their mind all week long.
All week, right.
And so it's not you don't have to spend the first 10 or 15 minutes hyping them up, getting excited. No, man. We've been thinking about Sunday since last Sunday. It's been a carryover effect. And so this series, we're watching this series kind of come to life, because what can church be when we're all prepared for it? As the Bible says, to enter into his gates with thanksgiving and enter into his courts with praise. And so these messages, I believe, are taking root in the life of our congregation, and it's becoming very, very evident of that. Says Veronica Jones, hey, I'm in Texas, still following the Zion Church, man. That's what it's all about, man. Y'all making me real proud today.
Yeah, and it's interesting that it's happening in a series that's entitled Beyond Sunday, right?
Right.
Because that's the whole point, that what we do and who we are has to go beyond just our church services, just beyond just that one day that we kind of set out as God's day, right? And for many people, it's not even God's day; it's God's 2 hours.
Right.
Um,
We use day
so,
loosely.
right, we use day very loosely, and so part of the point of these messages is, to get us in the mindset that, hey, like we live this. We don't just show up to this. Um, that's the difference. That's the difference. When you're just showing up to church, when you're just showing up to worship, then you're already behind. But when you live it, when you live in a state of worship, when you live in a state of thanksgiving, in a state of praise, then church just becomes another avenue, that you're able to express it, or that you're able to be amongst like-minded people, right? That's the whole point of the gathering. Um, and I think that's important, man, because you see the difference on Sunday. When you live it beyond Sunday, you see the difference on Sunday,
Mm.
right? So, and because it's like a concert, right? You go to a concert and there's always, or even like a comedy show, there's always an opening act. And part of the reason why there's an opening act is because the headliner doesn't want to be the first one out there to get the people warmed up.
Mm. Right.
The opening act is to get the people loose, get the people warmed up, get the people kind of ready, and then
Yeah.
by the time the headliner is there, it's like, man, they good and ready. And we can't treat church like that, right? Praise and
Mm.
worship, is not the opening act. No, it's a part of what we're doing. Like, you got to be just as ready for the beginning of service as you are for the middle or the end. And when, like I said, when you live it beyond Sunday, then you do enter its gates with thanksgiving, and enter its courts with praise. So that we're seeing the difference, man. And it's showing that it's the series is reaching people.
Yeah, and usually, we said when it extended, and it may extend some more. I try to be sensitive to the voice of God, and I heard God say that no, this series is going to last beyond September. It was very clear that we need to have this in the fabric of our church. That hey, we're going to be talking about the aftermath of church. We're going to be talking about the previews of church. We're going to be talking about this thing, because if you turn on the radio or turn on the ESPN, they're still talking about games that happen Sunday, right? They're still
Right.
talking about them. They're still talking about the results of that. And so if they can do it in sports, if people are still upset about who lost 2 or 3
Right.
days ago, I'm still
Right.
upset. My team lost. Then why can't we have that same passion and enthusiasm about God?
Yeah.
About God. And so, that has been our focus for being in the Faith Place. It's kind of like the official sermon series for the Faith Place. We walked into the Faith Place in a series on faith, and we go into this Faith Place, a place that we as a church only spend Sundays there. But God spoke to me very clearly to say, no, remind the people of God that this thing has to extend beyond Sunday, and we're absolutely excited about that.
Mhm.
So we've been focusing on I said, the W's, right? And Sunday was about witnessing. From the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 10,
Mhm.
the words of God says this: "You are my witness, saith the Lord,
Yeah.
and my servant whom I have chosen, that you might know and believe in me and understand that I am. Before me there is no God formed, neither shall there be anyone after me. Ye or you are my witness." We entitled Sunday's message, "Can I get a witness?
Yeah.
Can I get a witness?" We opened up the message, man of God, talking about how God is always in need of a witness.
Yeah. Yeah.
that somebody always needs to know or to be reminded that God is God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this verse helps us to understand that we have been chosen to be that voice for God, really, whether we like it or not.
Right. Right. You know what's
We've
interesting
been
about,
chosen for this.
yeah, we've been chosen for it. And it's posed in the text as a statement, not as a question. Right? It's not do you want to be a witness?
Yeah.
Right? It's not it's a statement. It's like, you are my witnesses.
Yeah, you.
I've
Yeah.
already chosen you to be this and to do this. And you know, what the question I always raise is, as it relates to this, what other way, what other avenue does God have now to show his works? To show, a couple weeks ago in my sermon, the W was works, right? It was all about the work. And we didn't even plan that, by the way, all these W's, that just happened that way.
Just kind of flows, man.
It just kind of flows, right?
Right.
It was all about the works. What other avenue does God have to show the world his works? What other avenue does he have to use witnesses? It has to be us. It has to be his children. It has to be his people. He doesn't have any other way to show it unless he's showing it through us. Right? So we cannot want to see the wonders of God, but not want to be the witness for it. Right? Because we are, as his children, all of us, we are the only avenue that he can use to show the world that he is God, to show the world what he's able to do.
Yeah.
The only way people are going to see that he's a healer, that he can provide, is going to be through us.
Through us.
Yeah. How else would God show that?
Right.
Right. Just to think about that right now, how else would God show the world what he can do right now? It has to be through his people.
Right. And he selected us, and as you said, for his word to be made manifest, for his word to come alive, it comes alive through us.
Through us, yeah.
Through us. That God literally chooses us to witness for him.
Yeah.
And I talked about, I got a courtroom background. Of course, your line of work, has you in the courtroom a lot. And I talked about how there are kind of two types of witnesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's an eyewitness, that people give eyewitness testimony, right? That they're there because the only reason why they're invited to testify is because they've seen it, right? You don't get to testify in a trial if you haven't seen, if you don't have any knowledge. Like this is an eyewitness testimony. I've seen this. And so if a person is an eyewitness to a crime or a situation, they get called to be a witness. But it's also called what we call an expert witness. That person is such an expert that they don't have to have been on the scene, but they're expert in that particular field of the case. And so they get brought in oftentimes from other areas. They fly them in. I'm sure, depending on what's going on, you could be considered as an expert witness,
right?
Because of your knowledge of what's going on.
Right.
And what I try to hopefully convey to the saints is we are our own expert witness. Nobody knows like we do what God has done for us.
Right.
You're the expert of the life of Brandon McCord. You're the expert. I'm the expert of the life of Nathan E. Austin and of the Austin family. I'm an expert.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody else to tell me what God has done. I'm an expert in this field.
Yeah.
And that's significant because with that type of knowledge, we have to be willing to share it with somebody else.
Yeah. And you know, obviously the analogy with the witness, man, is you know, perfect for relaying that to a courtroom because it just makes total sense, right? And here's the thing about it, man, is the quantity, even in a court case, the quantity and or the quality of the witnesses you have can make or break the case,
Absolutely.
right? And all of us, our lives are either make or break the case for God every single day.
Ooh.
When people see us, when people see our life, we are either strengthening God's case or we're weakening it.
My God. Y'all got me. Boy, y'all don't know when this shit. That's some strong stuff.
Every single
That's
day.
strong.
We're witnessing every single day, whether we notice it or not, whether we know it or not. Every single day, we are either strengthening God's case or we're weakening it because we're either pointing people to God or we're pushing people away from Him based upon the kind of witness that we are. Right. And you know, with witnesses, man, you have to, with being a witness, you cannot make what you've been through wasteful.
Yeah.
Right. Because in any criminal case, right, where it's a crime against a person, the strongest and most important witness is the one that it happened to.
Yeah.
Right. That's usually who they save for last.
They're the expert.
The one who it happened to. Okay, there's the person that was a bystander. That's great. We want to know what they saw. But the one it happened to, that's the one that really pulls at the heartstrings of the jury. That's the one that really gets the attention. That's the one that people really want to hear from because they want to hear the story from the person it happened to. Right? The one who has the firsthand experience of what happened. And that's what we are. That's who we are. Whatever it is that has happened to you, that is giving you a testimony, that makes you a good witness for God, people need to hear it from the person it happened to.
Nobody can tell your story like you.
Nobody.
He did that so that you're the expert.
Yeah.
You're the expert. Somebody just put that in the timeline. I'm the expert. Nobody can express it like you can.
Yeah.
And you know, Thomas, right? We look at Thomas. Thomas, you know, you could talk about why he wasn't there and all that. But this thing about witness, he said, listen, unless I see it for myself.
Right.
Right. I understand. You know, some call he didn't doubt, but there's something to that. He wanted to see it, but this is good. He didn't just say, I want to be an eyewitness.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I want to be an expert witness. Because what else did he say? Y'all better go read the Bible. He said, unless I put my finger. Y'all.
Right.
Oh, God.
Right.
Unless I put my finger in his hand, I'm not going to believe it.
Yeah.
He wanted to experience. See, the word expert is derived from the word experience.
Yeah.
He wanted to experience Jesus for himself.
Yeah.
And there comes a point in all of our lives that we experience God for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what makes our witness powerful. Because it's not based upon what mama said or daddy said or the deacon said or the preacher said. You are the expert witness. Shantae Legree is an expert witness of her story. She's lived it. She's lived through it. She's living it right now. Nobody can tell her story. I tried to share a snippet of it, but can't nobody tell it like her. Nobody. God made her an expert in that. And when you become an expert in something, then not much can move you away from that thought or opinion. Why? Because you've experienced it. Because even eyewitnesses, if you grill them long enough,
Their story.
they'll start thinking, maybe I didn't see what I thought I saw.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah. Their story start changing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he had on a red shirt. Maybe it was pink. Maybe it was this. I don't know. You start, your mind start playing tricks on you.
Yeah, that's right. And that definitely happens. That definitely
So
happens.
Thomas said, nah, bring them back because y'all just an eyewitness. I want to be an expert witness. I want to put my finger. See, that changes the whole narrative of Thomas. Thomas said, I want to put my finger in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get mad at Thomas. I can't get mad at him.
And maturity in Christ says that we want to have our own story to tell. Like, we don't want to go through what it takes. I get that. But man, how shallow would your life be if you had nothing to tell about God?
You have no expertise in
You got
anything.
just nothing. Like, what would your life be if you had no personal experience with what God could do or what God could bring you from, what God could heal you from? Like, it's only so far you can get living on or off of someone else's testimony. Because that's only going to take you so far.
Wow.
At some point, in order to sustain a relationship with God, you got to have your own story, which means you got to have your own struggles.
My God.
Because I think about it like this, man. If I had 3 straight years of struggle-free living, which I can promise you I haven't. It's been the opposite, actually, to be really honest. Right? 3 straight years of struggle-free living. Man, I don't know how strong my connection and my prayer life would be, or my connection with God would be. And that's coming from a preacher. You know what I mean? That's coming from, all these years I've been in, like 3 years of just complete comfort, complete just everything, just perfect, no struggle, no nothing. I'm just honest and self-aware enough to surmise that my connection with God wouldn't be as strong.
No. Why would it be? How could it be?
Right. And what would I have to say to people if it was?
Right. Right.
You
have no area of expertise.
Right. What would people are struggling? What would I be saying to them? Well, everything going good for me. I ain't got nothing to say at all.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I got plenty of money in the bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, how would that go? You know what I mean? It wouldn't.
Right.
So we have to begin to see our struggles, and the need for God's witness comes with the struggles that make you a good witness.
And here's what makes the gathering important. You talked about that earlier, the gathering, right? Because we all have various areas of expertise. Mm-hmm. That's what makes the gathering significant. Because when you're isolated, then you're only focusing on you and what you have or don't have. But the gathering is important because, hey, you're an expert in this. That's not my struggle.
Right.
Right. But somebody in the body is an expert in that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that makes it important. So the room is filled with multiple, there's a lot of experts in the room.
Yeah.
I'm doing this conference for an organization in North Carolina next month, and they sent the information back, and it said it had my name, and then it had CME. It was I don't know if it was before or afterwards. I'm slow. I'm used to, Reverend or something like that, right? I'm like, okay, that's not a
SME.
master. SME, I'm sorry, SME. And I'm like, okay, I'm just like, okay, I ain't really denominational like that. I'm just kind of looking for maybe this means something. They used to calling people that. And I'm like, hey, bro, what this, what SME mean? He said, oh man, that's subject matter expert.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, oh, I never considered myself. He said, oh yeah, you subject matter expert. That's why we called you.
Right.
And all of us should be SMEs in some area.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why God is doing what he's doing through us, because he's calling you to be this subject matter expert. And it's based upon your experiences, nobody else's.
Nobody else's. Yeah.
And that's what makes our stories unique. That's what makes our situations unique. That's what makes the gathering unique. Because, man, when we figure out, and that's why we got to be a witness.
Yeah.
That's why we can't be silent, because your silence is robbing someone of their ability to know that God can do this in this area.
Right.
So you can't be silent. But as we said on Sunday, it starts with, can God trust you with something?
Yeah.
Can he trust you with a trial? See, you said it earlier. This is why we don't want to be a witness. Because a witness got to show up to what? A trial.
Got to be inconvenienced.
Yeah, that's an inconvenience.
Inconvenient.
That's why people don't like to go to jury duty, right? Like, man, I don't want to go to jury duty. I don't want to, I want to sit in no trial. I want to be no witness. Can God trust you with the trial? Can he trust you with a little trouble? Can he trust you to not turn your back on him now that the skies have turned a little gray?
Yeah.
Can he trust you with a little trouble to the point that you won't turn your back on him because now things are not as easy as they once were?
Yeah. You know what's interesting about that? I remember having a conversation with someone out there long ago, and they had got called for jury duty, and they were trying to figure out how to get out of it. And I said, well, maybe you shouldn't be trying to get out of it. And you're like, why? Like, it's, it's inconvenient. It's, I got other things to do. I got time to be at the courthouse. And I said, well, that mindset is prevalent amongst our people, right? And that's part of why the justice system is so lopsided.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's an imbalance. Things don't go right when people are trying to dodge trials.
Ooh, y'all don't know when to shop, boy. I'm telling you, I promise you, things don't go right
when you try to
people try to dodge trials. Well, I'm gonna use that
because we be the only ones trying to get out of jury duty.
Yeah, it be solid. It be Lily, boy. Ain't nothing. That thing be bright as the morning star in there.
So isn't it? So you already like. So what are the chances of it being fair and impartial?
No, because everybody trying to. Oh, God Almighty!
Right. So I told the person, I'm like, no, like go do it. But we got to start sitting on these juries. We got to start doing this, right? Like we got to stop trying to dodge jury duty. Like we may be the deciding factor on somebody getting, justice or whatever, right? But the point is, like, there's gonna be imbalance. There's gonna be injustice if we try to dodge trials. but we do it. Like that's in
Oh
a
yeah.
literal. That's a literal.
Oh yeah. That's
in a literal
boy,
sense.
we
we're
make
trying
a
to
living out of doing that, boy.
Right. So
Yeah.
like no, man. Like at some point you got to go through the trial,
Go through the trial.
because if you don't, then things are not gonna go right. It's just not. And even in the spiritual sense, man, like we really don't want to go through the trials, but we want the triumph, man. That's the crazy thing about it. Like we want the shout, but with nothing to shout about.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a shallow shout.
Yeah, it's like you realize
That's why as soon as the music stopped, they stop.
Right. Right. It's
Yeah.
like you realize that the shout is connected to the struggle that I went through, right? Or going through. So can God trust us to be a witness in a trial? Because here's the thing, man. Forget if he can trust you with it after you've gone through the trial. Can he trust you with it can he trust you to be a witness while you're still going through it?
He give this to you and says, and I say this on Sunday, trials and tribulations to me are precious to God.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like it's fragile. Like you got to handle it with care. So when you got something that's precious and that fragile, right? You're careful who you allow to handle it.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm giving this to you because I trust that you can handle it.
Yeah.
That's where we get the statement, he won't put more on you to bear, where I'm trusting you with this. So in a sense, as much as it makes us feel bad and we don't want it, let's be honest, is really a compliment from God.
Yeah.
That I'm taking you through something because I know you can handle it. So we've got to embrace the knowledge that God has for us. We got to embrace that.
Yeah.
I was telling my son that earlier today. Hey, it's no good if I have confidence in you, if you don't have confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
We have to embrace the confidence that God has for us. So if God has placed this trial, this trouble, this situation on us, we got to trust that he did it because he knows we can handle it.
Yeah. And man, somebody, I think it was my wife actually said, this past year I turned 33. I turned 33 in February. I'll be 34 next year. And 33 is considered the Jesus year.
Right.
That's what they have, coined that. And we're talking about, what is the Jesus year been for you?
Mm.
And we both agreed on the same word. I said we both said struggle.
Trials and tribulations.
Struggle, right? And she was like, yeah, that's not really what people think about when they think about the Jesus year. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, what part of Jesus' life wasn't struggle?
Mm. Yeah.
Like
it goes down the list.
By the time he was born, they were looking to kill him.
Right. Right. He started off, right. America's Most Wanted.
What part of his life wasn't an ongoing trial? Okay, we want to be more like him. Do we know what that really means?
Right. He say foxes have holes, birds have nests, son of man ain't got nowhere to lay his head. That's what Jesus said. That's struggle, man. What part of his
life was not struggle?
Mm.
And that thing started clicking. I'm like, I said, yeah, it really has been my Jesus year. His life was struggle. And this year, it made me really look forward to my next birthday to get out this Jesus. I love you, Jesus, but all right. Now.
What's the Solomon year?
Right.
Right. What year is that? Right. I hope I'm about to. I hope I have. Hey, I hope I haven't passed it.
Right. I I really started thinking about it. I said,
Yeah.
it has been a struggle, and we wear it
Yeah.
well and we keep moving and we keep going. But that's been the theme of the year, 100%.
Right.
That's been the theme of the year. And it started to click. It started to make sense. I say, man, his whole life was that. He had
Right.
moments of gratitude and
Right.
moments of, things, but he didn't come down here to
Right.
go to a resort.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
His
he
life,
left that
he
to
left
come.
glory.
Right. He
Right?
left that.
His life on earth was struggle.
Right.
So we have to understand that, that's what it's going to be sometime. If Jesus was not exempt to it,
Right.
right? He had to face literal trials.
Right. Yeah.
Literal
He
trial.
Yeah. He was put on trial.
He was put on
you know,
trial. And the
yeah.
verdict was decided upon before the trial started.
Right. Ooh, it was already fixed.
It was already fixed. So understand that, God trusting you with trials says a lot about what he feels about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if he allowed his son to go through trials and to go through the ultimate trial, then come on now. Of course, you're gonna have your own trials. Of course, you're gonna have to endure some things. It's a part of it's. We all have a cross to bear, right? And they always say, "Well, God gives His toughest, battles to the strongest soldiers," and I believe in a sense that's true, but it's not even about toughest or strongest. It's about He knows what trial to put you in.
Right.
Right.
And sometimes when he gives you that trial, at the time, you are not the toughest soldier.
Right. That's good.
Sometimes the trial toughens us up.
Listen.
Yeah, see, don't get it twisted. It was I don't know.
I don't know about that.
The trial may have toughened me up.
Right.
But at the time, I wasn't the toughest soldier.
Yeah.
And because if I was the toughest, I wouldn't have been scared.
Right. I would have been ready for it. I would have been welcoming it, right?
Right. I would have been welcoming, because I'm the toughest one. I can handle it.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm waiting on my Solomon year. For those that don't know Solomon, man, he was the richest man in the Bible. Had a lot of wives too. So I don't think I read that part. I could deal without that part.
You could go without that part.
I could do, yeah.
One is enough.
One is enough. More than enough. But he was the wealthiest one in the Bible, right? So God, hey, Solomon year is coming in Jesus' name. But that's interesting but we all have our own personal trials and tribulations, our own struggles, right?
Yeah.
But I can't. But he trusts. You got to be trusted with it. He trusts us with it. If we desire to be a witness, he trusts us with what it is that we're going through, right? And then, so we got the trial. Now, can you testify? Are you willing to testify? Because we've been in courtroom situations where people refuse to testify.
Yeah.
They've been subpoenaed.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they agreed to testify. But when it was time to testify, they didn't do it. They got scared. Or, somebody whispered something in their ear to cause them to say, no, I'm not going to do this, right?
Yeah.
How many times do God's children go into environments and refuse to testify?
Yeah. We go
because you're at work. Because you're at work, you can't testify.
We go through the trial, but then don't say nothing about it.
Do all that. Don't say nothing about it. Don't tell nobody. Oh, because this ain't a good place for it. Not the right environment. Not the right setting. I'm around the wrong people. See, God didn't take you through all that for you to plead the fifth.
Right.
We got to be willing to testify. That's where the power comes from. That's how God's name gets larger. That's how heaven gets larger and hell gets smaller.
Yeah.
Because hell is getting larger because God's children are refusing to testify to the people that need to hear it. We like to testify amongst each other.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that I don't want to hear your story, that I don't want to hear your testimony, but amongst the saints is not the only place you should be sharing your testimony.
That's right.
That does heaven no good. Our job is to enlarge heaven.
Yeah.
In order to do that, our testimony has to reach people who are on their way to hell.
Because the truth is that the majority of people identify better with trials than they do with triumph.
Absolutely.
They just identify with it more because that's what they've experienced.
The chance of you winning somebody over to Christ, telling them how great your life is slim to none.
Yeah.
Going to somebody on the street and tell them, oh, all my life I've always drove this car. I've always did. I've always done that. And that end, what they got to do with me?
Right. I say, well, lucky you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Lucky you. I'm right. But as for me, I'm going through a major test. I'm going through a trial.
Yeah.
But you don't want to testify. Some people are afraid to testify. Some people think that what they've gone through is so horrific or so embarrassing. But God trusted you with that.
Yeah.
God brought you out of that. God delivered you from that. How dare you waste God's testimony?
Yeah. Yeah.
How dare you do that?
Because a lot of times that one of the major points of him allowing you to go through it or even sending it to you to go through is so that it'll reach others.
Absolutely.
It's not, punishment and all this stuff we sometimes think. It's not that. It's that he has to give you a story to tell.
Right.
Shante raised a great question.
Yeah.
She raised a great question. Well, what happens when you're tired of being that tough soldier? I think our perspective on this idea of tired of being tough and tired of being the strong person, I think we have a misunderstanding of tired. We take that as when we don't want to do it no more. But who's in control of our life? Is it us or or is it God? And I think when we try to always be strong, that's when that happens. Sometimes God is not asking you to be strong. He's asking you to lean on him and trust him to get you through it. So it's okay to be tired. Stop being so strong, right? The Bible says, in our weakness, God's strength is made perfect. What if God is asking you to just be weak for a change? Just be weak and just rely on him. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to get a plan in your mind. Don't try to tough it out. Just be weak. In our weakness, his strength is made perfect. We so busy being strong that he can't.
Or trying to not even being strong, trying to be strong.
Right. So, to answer that question, what happens when stop tired of being the tough soldier, the strong soldier? Don't be. Be weak.
Look at what 2 Timothy wanted to find in scripture to put it up. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. It says, endure suffering or hardship with me as a good soldier. It never said as a strong soldier.
Right. Don't be a good soldier. Don't be a strong soldier. Don't be a tough soldier. Be a good soldier.
Yeah.
Of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, King James says again, good, endure hardship. We got to endure. Some things we just got to endure. We don't have to try, and that's the problem with a lot of people. We be trying to fake it till we make it. We be trying to be tough, look tough, talk tough, and there's just some things we got to endure.
But here's the other problem too. We've made the lack of struggle the normalcy.
Mm.
Like in our mind, the norm is there's no struggle, there's no problem, there's no trial. We've made that the norm.
Mm.
But like the scripture says, man born of a woman is of a few days. And those few days are full of trouble.
Full of them. Not in the entirety.
Not all of them.
Right.
Full of them.
and I try to make sure that I don't preach a struggling gospel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we will have struggles, and every struggle is different. And I'm gonna say this: every struggle is not a financial struggle, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah.
Man, there are a lot of different struggles. There are rich people that struggle with addictions.
There's
got all the money in the world.
Yeah, but got other problems. There's a lot of problems.
Other problems.
Yeah.
So I think in a lot of contexts, we connect struggle to finances.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people who are struggling, and money is not one of them.
Right.
But they have other struggles. Or they have struggles. They have parental struggles. The child, raising a child with a disability. That's a struggle. Got nothing to do with money. Have all the money in the world, but it can't buy healing for that. But that's your struggle. That's your trial. Right? And I had a member a few weeks ago just crying. And I've never seen her in this vulnerable state before, but she just, her and her husband really just came up to me and just like, Pastor, this is hard. This is hard. Not even just expressing, not even asking for help, because what no help to give them. This is their lot. This is their trial. There's no sprinkling on the dust for this to go away. And all we could do is pray for strength to endure it. And that's part of the problem. We try to be so tough.
Yeah.
We try to act as if we gotta be this Superman and Superwoman, and nowhere in the scripture does God ask us to do that.
Yeah. Stop being so strong.
Stop being so strong.
Yeah.
But a witness is not a witness unless they testify. So can God trust you to testify of his goodness? Can God trust you to tell? I went over that whole, the enemy scares the witness, so God puts us in this witness protection. He protects his witnesses.
Right.
See, once we sign up to be a witness, God then is obligated to protect his witnesses.
Right.
Please don't miss that. You and I are part of God's witness protection program. He protects us because he always needs a witness. And if he allows the enemy to do what he wants to do, like what he wanted to do with Job, he said, do what you want, but you're not going to kill him because he's under my witness protection program.
Right. Right.
Yeah, he's going to testify of my goodness. He's going to do that. And so you've got to trust, because that's good.
Yeah.
He's got to protect you, which means what it is you're going through, I'm going to survive it. If you believe that word, put it in the chat right now. I'll survive it. I'll survive it. I'll survive it. I'm a part of God's witness protection program. So God desires for me to be a witness. And in order for me to be a witness, I got to survive it. Y'all don't know when to shout. I'll survive it. I'll get through it. because God needs a witness. And he's not going to kill his witness.
Right.
So I got to go through it. I got to get on the other side of this because God, I want to testify your goodness. You could trust me to testify. You could trust me to tell somebody. Now, if you want to keep it to yourself, then he might as well knock you off. But if you want to testify, then you'll survive it.
Yeah.
You'll survive it. And guess what? When you survive it, here it is. We're done. Are you going to tell the truth?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how flowery the story gets when we're on the other side of it?
Right.
Oh, yeah. It was. Yeah, we really try to make it clean and nice and pretty when we get on the other side of it.
Wow.
When the reality of it is, it was ugly. It was painful. You weren't just, no, you were dead, bro. Your account was in the negative.
Right. Right.
No. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I had some insufficient funds doing that. Tell the truth, whatever your truth is, because the truth is going to set you and or somebody else free.
Yeah. Yeah. Lies don't free people.
Yeah, lies don't free people.
Yeah.
They swear the witness in the courtroom, don't they?
Yeah.
They ask, do you promise the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
We got to be willing to tell the truth,
it's
man.
It's a crime to lie under oath, man.
It's a crime, man.
Perjury.
You will be subject to the penalty of perjury. And how many people come to God's courtroom, i.e. the church, and just lie, man? Play, just commit perjury.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. So what? God brought you through it.
Yeah.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. Nothing to be ashamed about. That's your testimony. If you were out there, if you were struck, whatever it is you were going through, tell your truth.
Tell your truth. Yeah. Yeah.
It's your truth. It's your truth. Somebody will be delivered from it.
Right. Exactly. That's right. Somebody will be delivered. And because God don't need no phonies, man. It's enough of those going around. Fake.
Right. Just be, what they call it, test the line instead of testifying.
Right.
Test the line. You just let that line, man.
Lying.
If you were having moments where you was gonna cut your wrist or blow, that's your truth. Don't need you lying about it. Because you know why? Somebody else thinking about doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't tell your truth, then they gonna feel like ain't nobody else going through or dealing with this but me. And that's what the enemy wants. He is the father of lies.
And you got to tell the truth about how you came out of it too.
How you came out of it. How you got in and how you got out.
Yeah, don't cry out to God the whole time going through it and then take the credit for it when you come out of it.
If it was your fault, if you got yourself in it, tell it.
Tell it.
Yeah, it was me. I messed up. I fell short. I did it.
Tell it.
I did it.
Yeah.
But I prayed and God got me out of it. Don't be talking about the devil. Don't be talking about somebody lied on me. That ain't the truth.
We sure be lying on the devil too.
We lying on the devil, man. The devil be taking some cheap shots, man. You be lying on him, man. Because it's easy to frame it on the devil.
Yeah.
It's easy to do that. But at some point, man, if we're going to be a real witness, You can't be going through all this and get on the stand and perjure yourself.
Yeah.
No, man. You go to jail for that. That's why they put you under oath.
Right.
Because once they put you on the oath, you can go to jail for lying.
Go to jail. Yeah.
How many people, we done, how many people will be in spiritual jail for lying? Just flat out lying.
Just lying.
Because we don't want nobody to know the real truth. Because it's too ugly. It's too painful. It's too hurtful. But guess what? It was the truth. You lived it.
Right.
God brought you out of it. God brought you through it. So what you ashamed of?
Yeah.
He trusted you with that. He let you go through that so you could tell somebody else about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slap in the face of God when we rob God of the truth. Listen, man, we got to get out of here. My assignment for you and all of us, man, is to be a witness for God. Zion, every Sunday, we encourage, be a witness. Tell somebody about Zion. Tell somebody about God. Tell somebody about the faith place. Don't just sit in the church and soak up all that good word and the good atmosphere, and you on social media promoting this and that. Ain't told nobody about the church you attend. But if you go to a movie, you want to tell the whole movie, and
Right.
nobody ain't even seen it but you yet. You want to be first to tell everything.
Spoiler.
Tell somebody about you spoiling everything. The same way we brag about everything else, the same way we can't wait to open up our mouths about everything else, we've got to have that same compassion about God.
Yeah.
And what God doing. And I'm challenging those that's watching this right now. I'm challenging. Pastor gonna be watching. We got to be better witnesses. If we gonna grow the faith place, it's gonna be through our witness. We knock on doors, that's fine. That's fine. But it's gonna be our witness.
Yeah.
It's gonna be our witness. It's gonna be you and I and everybody that's watching and everybody that's a part of Zion and the faith place to tell somebody.
Yeah.
And if we commit ourselves to being a good witness, man,
Yeah.
even the faith place couldn't hold us if we commit ourselves to being a good witness.
Being a good witness. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, give us closing remarks, man. We're gonna get the people out of here. It's already 8:04.
Yeah, man. I mean, what a phenomenal Sunday, man, and just some bleed over today. Phenomenal dive, man. And one of the things, man, that I've learned, and I think this message exasperates it, is that when you testify, right? When you're not afraid to tell your story, it lowers you, but it lifts him. And that is what our life has to be all about. When you tell your story, it's embarrassing. You don't want, I get all that. You don't want people to know. But when you tell your testimony, when you witness for God, it lowers you, but it lifts him. And that's what witnessing is all about. Because what is it? If I be lifted up from the earth, I'll draw all men unto me. And when you tell the truth about your story, the truth about your testimony, it lowers you. Oh yeah, it lowers you, but it lifts Jesus, and that's exactly what he wants.
Only thing I got to say after that is see you Sunday. I have nothing else to say. Listen, we're gonna end. If you didn't catch us, we talked about our ministry fair. We're gonna close with that. But man, we're gonna see y'all Sunday. I gotta lower myself so I can lift him. And if we lift him, he'll do the drawing.
He'll do the drawing.
He'll draw all men unto him. Our time is up, guys. Thank y'all so much for yours. We'll see some of you tomorrow upon lunchtime in the Lord. Excited about that. I don't know what our seniors got planned, but they say, Pastor, you better be there. we finna have a blast. So I'm excited about that. And then Sunday, man, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. Hey, if you're watching this, bring a flashlight to church. How about that? Bring a flashlight to church. Bring a light. Bring a light. Do that. Write yourself a note right now. Bring a flashlight to church. God has a major word for us, and it's connected to our ministry fair and all the great things we got going on. Until we meet again, man, y'all be blessed, be safe, be a witness, and we'll see you next time.
I'm Reverend Matthew Harris with Sunday School. This is where faith takes root and grows. From kids to adults, we provide solid teaching that helps believers apply God's Word every day. Come, learn, and grow with us. Meet us at our ministry fair. To sign up, meet us every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Tamara.
I'm Kiara.
And I'm Josette.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Gigi.
And we're with
First Friends.
First impressions matter. We welcome guests and new members, making sure they feel connected and cared for. If you love meeting new people, this is for you. Meet us at the ministry fair to sign up.
Hi, my name is Earlene Ochoa with the College Care Ministry. Life after high school can be very overwhelming, but you don't have to walk it alone. We are here to support and encourage you and to help students grow spiritually while navigating campus life. Meet us at our ministry fair to sign up.
Hi, I'm Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Peaches. We are with the prayer ministry. We all know that prayer changes things. We are the heartbeat of the church, interceding for our families, our churches, and our community. If you are called to pray and believe God for miracles, join us. We would love to have you. Meet us at our ministry fair to sign up on October 19th, immediately after service. We hope to see you.
Hi, I'm Malika Flowers with the Decorum Ministry. We believe beauty sets the stage for worship. Our team uses creativity, color, and design to create an atmosphere that inspires praise and reflects the excellence of God. From seasonal themes to special events, we transform spaces into experiences that help people feel the presence of God the moment they walk in. If you love decorating, designing, or simply bringing vision to life, we'd love to have you. Meet us at our ministry fair to sign up.
Hi, we're Pastor Aid Ministry. The pastor is serving the people and we are serving the pastor. We provide encouragement, support, and care so that our pastor can lead with vision. If you have a heart to serve in this way, meet us at our ministry fair on Sunday, October 19th after church.
Hi, I'm Omega.
And I'm Pat. We're the Stephens, and we represent the Couples Ministry. Our Couples Ministry helps husbands and wives grow closer to God and to each other through fellowship, fun, and faith-building experiences. Whether you're newlywed or seasoned in marriage, as we are, 40 years plus, meet us on October 19th at the church, the Faith Place. And we're looking forward to each and every one of our couples signing up to join us